This week, we will focus on a woman who throughout her life questioned why social justice and the politics of social justice appealed more to the middle classes than to the poorer and working classes. Florence Kelley consistently used a mixture of theory and action in her work, writing, and translating books and articles on social justice issues to educate people, engaging in public speaking on the issues, while at the same time seriously tackling poverty and especially the plight of children in her daily work. As we move through her work within the labour movement, as a campaigner against child labour, as the US's first statewide inspector of factories, and as the head of the National Consumers League, you may be struck, as I was, by how the issues she was working on to resolve are still very much with us. Child labourers and unsafe working conditions may not affect us personally, but they persist as a global concern. Indeed, Florence herself was struck by how little the reformers had done to change the conditions of society's poorest. Reminiscing about her childhood, she explained,
"Father had taught me to read when I was 7 years old, in a terrible little book with woodcuts of children no older than myself, balancing with their arms heavy loads of wet clay on their heads in brickyards in England. They looked like little gnomes and trolls, with crooked legs, and splay feet large out of all proportion to their dwarf frames. The text told of the hardships they were suffering, nearly 2 decades after Lord Shaftesbury's bill to shorten the working hours had been enacted by Parliament. When my mother and grandmother remonstrated with him for darkening the mind of a young child with such dismal ideas, he replied seriously that life can never be right for all of the children until the cherished boys and girls are taught to know the facts in the lives of their less fortunate contemporaries."
We hope that you enjoyed getting to know this forgotten champion of social justice, who led the fight for a minimum wage and decent working conditions for women and children.